Hi, my name is Alexis Anderson, and I am doing my presentation on what is known as sea cow or a manatee. I went to Manatee Park because when I was young, my dad took me canoeing through the Caloosahatchee River where we passed the park and got to see about 5 dozen manatees. Since then, as I grew up, I knew I wanted to be a marine veterinarian, and now that I am taking this class and have the opportunity to take a field trip, I figured that I would look more into manatees, which has changed my perception on the marine environment. A few of the primary producers that I studied at my self-guided field trip at Manatee Park were mangroves and seagrass. The scientific name for seagrass is Zostera cerea, or Zostera, which has 16 species. Seagrass is a flowering plant that grows in marine fully saline environments. Mangroves, on the left-hand side of the screen, are called Hagalosalarian racemosa. Mangroves can be white, black, or red, and a fun way to remember that is if you remember the poem Black, Black, Lick the Back because they are salty, or Red, Red, Pointy Head. They do not have true seeds because they start out as young mangroves, also known as propagules, that eventually fall from the tree and disperse with the help of tides. Because manatees are herbivores, these are the two main types of plants that they do eat in their ecosystem. On the bottom of the page, I have a sketch of the seagrass and mangroves that I saw today while I was at Manatee Park. The marine animal that I have picked out for today is the manatee. A manatee has the scientific name of Trichechus manatus laterostris. They need plants to survive, which I included in the previous slide about seagrass and mangroves. They have body features that I have labeled on the top of the slide, such as their elbow, their fluke, their anus, their eyeball, their armpit, their umbilical cord, or their belly button. And one fact that I have about the body parts and how they survive, as the manatees survive, are how the manatee swims up and down with their dorsal ventral motions of its body and fluke. So it is similar to the swimming motions of dolphins and whales, which we have studied in class before, but is unlike the side-to-side swimming motions of fish and seals. Also, a manatee can only move his head up and down, not side to side, so only the eyes move, which is also a reason why they are very often hit with boats, because they can hear very well, but they don't know which direction the boat is coming from, which is why they get hit. Also, manatees live in both fresh and salt water. Their kidneys filter blood to control levels of salt and to maintain water balance. The urinary bladder stores urine until its advantages to dump into the environment. The manatee's mammary glands and teats are located behind the forelimbs. The milk glands have no storage sacs, so manatee calves suckle frequently at short intervals, like cattle and goats. The last thing I will be discussing today in this video is about the similarities between manatees and elephants. As you can see in the upper left-hand corner, the same way that a manatee will have its calf milk, the same way an elephant does, behind their forelimbs. Also, underneath of those pictures are an example of how they both have the same type of prehensile lip. And on the bottom right, you can see how the nails are the same on a manatee as it is on the elephant. They have toenails on their toes. Manatees are herbivores just like elephants. The mother cares for a calf for 2 years, and the elephant carries just a little bit longer, from 3 to 5. They also both have thick hide with hair covering their body, which helps them not have things to eat them. So they don't have many predators besides humans because of our boats or because we like to touch them as far as the manatee side, and elephants have problems as well. Another point I would like to point out is that manatee is also like a horse in a way. They have hind gut digesters as opposed to foregut digesters, also like a cow. This means that more of the digestive processes occur further along the intestinal tract, and it takes about 7 days for material to pass through the manatee's digestive system. That's all I have today. Thank you for listening.